Welcome back to a brand new episode in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers. I'm your host, Ricky Booker. There are so many things in the world that brings us together. Good food, little conversation does it every time. And in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers, we love eating and feeding your soul. Today's guest is from East Texas. She's an East Texas native, by the way. Also, the host and producer of Fun on the Run on CW33. Let's give a warm welcome for Yolonda Williams.
Hey, Ricky.
My girl from another world.
What's going on, brother?
Man, glad to have you.
Thank you.
Your busy day, because I know you running all over the
I know.
DFW, filming and doing what you do.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, today was a trip.
I know,
I
right?
got to talk about the
eclipse.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Where'd they come from? How did that happen?
You know, I'm going to tell you, at first I was kind of not wanting to go with the masses, but I eventually went outside and took a look. You know, it was great, you know. I mean, when it'll happen, what, another 345 years?
They said 20, but if it's another 300, that won't happen again.
Okay, yeah, I got my numbers wrong. But you're
another 20 years, so
yeah.
Hopefully by then I'll still be around kicking and frying eggs and that Breakfast Brothers. You be still fun on the run, because I want to live 100 years old.
You know, I do want to live to be 100 too. I do too.
But you from East Texas? You got that East Texas blood.
So. I am from East Texas. I was born in Marshall.
Yes. Let's talk a little bit about Yolonda Williams from East Texas. Tell me how.
Wow. So my parents, my mom had 10 brothers and sisters. So did my father. They both went to HBCUs in Marshall, and what brought them to Dallas was they wanted to go to graduate school and teach in DISD. And so my dad taught chemistry and biology for like 40 years, and my mom was a music educator. She taught choral music, piano, all of that. So yeah, that's what brought us to Dallas.
And I remember early on from when I met you and we having a conversation, you said you and Freddie Haynes was good friends, and y'all parents was good friends.
Yeah, so my mom went to Bishop College, and Freddie's mom, Miss Lynetta, they were roommates at Bishop. And so actually this past February, I did a Black History package on him and his new assignment with Operation Push, taking Reverend Jesse Jackson's position. And that was kind of cool, just to be able to call him up and say, hey, Freddie, you want to be on the show? You know, everybody doesn't have that kind of favor with folk who grow up, but it was because my mom and his mother were best friends.
Because I'm going to say, he don't do very many
interviews. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
So for you, that's why I asked the question. How did you get Freddie Haynes to do that interview?
Well, you know, it's really weird. After Black History Month passed, I saw where another channel here in the city interviewed him, and then also Dr. Henry Louis Gates, Skippy Gates, he actually interviewed him for PBS. And I have to tell you, I'm a little biased. When I saw how they shot it in the sanctuary and how the way we shot it, our footage, I was a little bit, favorable toward us. I thought our footage looked great. So, we know we made a great choice with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I could think about the time when I first met you, it was maybe 3 years ago, and pandemic was still around. CW33 was still doing this, what they call a Skype.
Yes.
It wasn't even called Zoom then.
It was a Skype. Yes.
And they interviewed me, and you were behind the scenes, and you had the Breakfast Brothers for the first time.
Yes.
And how did you was producer then?
I was just a producer.
Right.
Yeah.
What made you decide you wanted to be on camera?
You know what? That was not my decision. That was my GM's decision. I had actually been behind the scenes. Well, I've been in show business for almost 40 years. My background is TV and film, but I had never done a broadcast journalism type of a gig like that. And I was producing Morning After. It was a live show, so anytime you put a live show every day, it's very stressful. You try to pull things from the headlines, see what people are talking about, and just comparing, making sure all those facts are right. And I needed a job coming out of the pandemic, and I said, you know what? Need health insurance. I need, something that's paying right now, because everybody was just kind of scrambling. And I had never produced anything like that, but I was learning from the stump. And it was actually beneficial to me because I felt like I knew how the house was built, if you will. I knew where the windows went. I knew where the doors went. And so where the plumbing went, if you will. That's just my little analogy of it. But it actually worked out for me because learning from it was like on-the-job training, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
I remember when I first started shooting in front of the camera. How did you adjust from producing it to getting in front of the camera? Because now I don't pay attention to the camera.
Right.
So before I used to be sweating and shaking and knowing that people staring at you. That's
Well, I tell people all the time, we're just having a conversation. The camera just happens to be rolling. You have to learn how to. Don't get me wrong, like how we're seated right here. I know everything that's happening, but you can't focus on all of it. You have to focus on what's most important, which is the conversation and the talent that you're speaking to. Because a lot of times you'll sit down and talk to people and they don't have anything to say.
And your show's called Fun on the Run. It comes on every Friday.
Every Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't
From
know that?
4 p.m. to 4:30
We got the
p.m.
Oprah hour.
Yes.
That's what I like to call it.
And since you say you got the Oprah hour, we're going. I want you to stun a little bit. Tell me, are you? You know, we got other shows on CW33. Tell me, are you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10? Tell me where you ranking at.
Oh my God, you would ask me that, Ricky. So I recently looked at the 6-month numbers, and we're doing really well in the afternoon.
Being modest,
it's doing really well. I'm pleased because a lot of it has to do with the content. A lot of it has to do with the time slot. And we have a great diverse group of people and different things. And one thing about Fun on the Run, we're doing everything. Somebody asked me recently, said, well, what do you guys do? I said, well, I've taken yoga classes with alpacas. I've learned how to make sushi. Yeah. We went to San Diego and did an educators workshop where I got to go be a part of I don't want to say a watered down version, but a civilian version of what new recruits go through when they actually go to San Diego. And I actually conquered 2 of my fears. I shot an automatic rifle on the range, and I they had me go up to this tower, and I rappelled like 65 feet on a rope all the way down. I'd never done anything like that. I was scared to death, but I actually am proud of myself that I actually went through it.
Right.
You know, because I didn't think I'd ever get to do anything like that.
So you're doing a lot of exactly what the title says.
Exactly.
Right on the run. Camera crew, and you're going around.
Yeah, and then I have people to stop and ask me, say, Yolanda, you got any ideas, any new places I can go eat? Because we do a lot of restaurants and bars. We feature a lot of young businesses. We go to Deep Element. My thing is I want to shine a light on small mom and pop businesses who don't get an opportunity to really get the limelight like other people do.
And sometimes that's hard because it's a whole lot of mom and pops, and some of them are struggling more than others.
Really,
and you
yes.
have to really weed it out to where you understand. Some of them want to quit and give up.
That's true. It's a lot of people we've actually featured on the show that their businesses are not around, and I hate that because that was the whole point of putting them on the show, to let people know they're out there.
Right. Restaurant business is a hard business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've waited tables. I've worked at many a restaurant. Yes.
So I understand that. But what we're going to do at the sit down, I want to flip it. We're going to do something different, y'all. We're going to have her interview me. Like if I was on Fun on the Run.
Okay, cool. We can do that.
All right. But in the time being, we're going to go back to see what Luscious has going on.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Luscious Barbie, and you know I'm always with the games, but today I'm here with Yolanda Williams from Fun on the Run, so we about to have some fun.
Okay, we about to have some fun.
I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
Because I got to get a timer going, because I don't know if you know, but here at the Breakfast Brothers, it's a brothers thing.
Right.
Now, don't look around the wall
I won't look around.
But it's all celebrity brothers all around the restaurant, and all I want to know is how many celebrity brothers can you give me in 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2.
Okay, Smothers Brothers, Jonas Brothers, the Wayans Brothers, Chris Rock and his brothers, the Isley Brothers, Earth, Wind and Fire, Bardin and Maurice White. Let's see, who else? Show business. Gregory Hines and Maurice Hines, dancers. Let's see, who else we got? Oh man, anybody his brothers? Well, can they just be like friends and act like brothers?
They could be your cousins. They could be, at this point, we can go.
David and his brothers, the Western brothers. I'm like reaching right now.
And we had time. You got 9 brothers. Okay, so you have now won. Which one?
The Jackson 5.
And you got a bonus.
Okay.
You now won.
Cool.
The brothers game, because you know what?
Okay,
it always take a woman to come on the show and really do it how you're supposed to do it.
Okay, cool.
Right?
All right.
But now, I don't know if you know this, but Breakfast Brothers make their own sauces.
Okay.
Right?
Is this like new?
No.
Okay, I'm just late to the party. Okay.
We got all the different sauces.
These are sauces?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can glance at them now because you're going to have your eyes closed.
Okay. All right.
Turn it around so that way y'all on the camera can't see.
That's not
what the name of the sauces is.
Okay, all right. So it's 3 sauces.
3 sauces.
Okay.
We got the honey lime crack sauce, the KOD sauce, and the Henny sauce.
The Henny sauce.
So I'm gonna bring you some wings.
Okay.
And we're gonna have our lovely host, Ricky Booker, bring in the wings. Come on, Ricky.
Oh my God.
So we got you some wings, and we got
wings.
All the sauces.
Be seriously careful.
Seriously careful?
Hot.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
So we're gonna have you. No, put the sauce.
Do I need to say a prayer before I
Yeah,
start
go
the
spray
sauce?
it up, because we got the wings. You know?
Like, Heavenly Father, we come before you right now. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you want me to start on which end?
Start on this end.
Okay.
Tell me by your taste what you think the sauces are.
Okay. So tell me by the taste. I can tell. Okay. I'm
We
gonna.
got the honey sauce.
These wings is hot.
The honey lime crack.
Let me get a paper towel. Okay. All right. So try this one.
Try this one first.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So I got to tell you what it is.
Yeah, tell me
Okay.
what it is. What you think it is. And I'll tell you if you got it right at the end.
What's the choices again? What's the name?
Honey sauce, honey lime crack sauce, and then we got the KOD sauce.
What was the part? What was that last one?
Honey, and then KOD. This is the last one.
This is the last one.
That's the KOD.
Is this what that is?
Okay, we're gonna sit this to the side. I'll let you know at the end.
You ain't gonna tell me
So
now.
now we got no, not right now.
Okay.
We got 2 more sauces. And if you want to use a new chicken wing,
No. We're not gonna break up.
okay,
family.
try this one.
Okay. All right. Let me try this. Look. What's the crack stuff that you said?
Honey lime crack sauce.
Is that what that is?
Okay, we're gonna set this one up.
Okay.
Okay, now you got 1 sauce left.
Oh Lord, something tell me this is the Henny.
Okay.
Y'all trying to make me call my next of kin. Okay. All right. Let me try this. All right. I can't really tell.
Okay.
Oh wait a minute. Okay. It's the kickback. That must be the Henny.
Okay, so now we got the great reveal because you got one of them right. Okay?
I got only one right?
Yeah.
Oh
You got the
man.
honey lime crack sauce. That's the sauce you'll always know it because
Cause you know why I guessed it? Cause the crack stuff was at the top. That's why I figured it out. I know
lime
this out.
crack sauce.
Okay.
And then that sauce is the KOD sauce. You'll always have
That's
that
the-
sauce because it give you a little kick.
Okay. And that's the Henny.
sauce. That's the sauce you had at first. It gives you a little bit of a barbecue flavor.
That's what I was gonna
It's
say.
good on the fried ribs that we got and the wing.
I saw the fried ribs. Y'all had the audacity to fry a rib. Okay, all right.
It's
I ain't
good,
mad at
especially when
you.
you're on a diet. But talking about food, I'm gonna give you the menu because we gotta feed you today.
Okay, cool.
Before
All
we
right.
get you back on with Ricky, we gotta feed you. So let me know what you want to eat.
Okay, so I heard about the salmon, the fried salmon. I heard about that.
Okay, because you never had fried salmon before.
No, I never had fried
you
salmon.
first.
That's my first time, right?
Okay.
And I know the greens are good. I've had those. I want to have those again today. And some mac and cheese.
Okay. Fried salmon, greens, and mac and cheese.
Who do I need to talk to place my order?
No, they already heard it.
Oh, they already heard it. Okay,
listen,
okay.
They heard
All
it.
right.
We got you. So we got the fried salmon, which is amazing.
Okay.
The greens.
The greens.
Which is over 16 ingredients.
And I
It's
need
great.
to place an order. Y'all need to have some cornbread up in here if we gonna have greens. You can't have
No,
rolls.
you come to breakfast, but you got to bring cornbread in your purse. Okay.
You know what? I started to do that, but I didn't want to be country. That's all right. Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a seasoning. You can put
Okay.
the breakfast brothers seasoning in your purse. Take it to all the restaurants that don't have a lot of seasoning, and there's a couple of y'all out there. But until next time, you already know. Let's go.
All right, we're here at the sit down with Yolonda Williams, and my beautiful co-host Luscious is bringing her food.
Oh wow.
Got the fried salmon, collard greens, and mac
Oh.
and cheese. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's the fried salmon right there. Okay.
I'm gonna let you get your first bite in. I always like that.
Okay, I'm gonna try the mac and cheese first. Okay. Did you make this?
And that's my recipe.
Oh,
But Chef Jay's in the back cooking it fresh.
it's good.
You didn't have the mac and cheese last time you came.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't have that last time. But I definitely had these greens though, because you talked about me like.
Oh, you drunk the juice?
No,
like
I
it-
did not.
like
No,
it
I
was
did
soup.
not. No, but I mean, I wanted to, but I did when I got home. That was funny. Okay. Oh,
Head and change.
these greens are good.
Head and change. And that's coming from East Texas native. From the country, yeah.
Is it turkey in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, back in the old times, my auntie taught me how to cook those greens, but she did it with bacon back then. And she used to fry the bacon in the bottom of the pot first to get the oils and the grease.
I got you.
So I make my my broth and turkey. I boil the turkey meat out before I even
that's how
add
you
the
do.
greens in it. So.
Okay, so this was the fried salmon.
Yes.
Okay.
And let me give you one more secret. Get the KOD sauce and dip that salmon in it.
Which one?
The KOD sauce.
Oh, this one right here?
No, it's that one.
That one?
Yeah.
You know about just looking at it, don't
Yeah.
you? Okay. All right. Can I pour it on top?
Yeah, you can pour it
Okay.
on top, but you know that's the one with the kick. So you want
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That's good. I've never. This is almost like You know, like fried catfish, but it's salmon. This is great.
That's
I've
good.
never had this before. I would have never thought
No,
about
because
it.
everybody always do grilled salmon. Mm-hmm. Now with that sauce,
Oh my God.
melt in your mouth.
It's good.
I told you got that kick.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, you know,
Thank you.
we
Oh my
you
God.
can keep eating and we can
Okay,
keep
yeah,
talking.
you
but
know I'm gonna keep
now
eating.
I want to get to this part too.
Okay.
Before TV, let's talk a little bit about your theater background.
Oh wow. I might have to stop eating and talk about that. Well, I'm a theater baby, you know. My mom was a music teacher, but I always wanted to do plays when I was a kid. I used to act things out at home, and I went to Booker T High School for Performing and Visual Arts, and so I actually got into the school in the piano program, but I snuck into the theater. And almost, you know, my mom, she wasn't really too sure about that, but it's something that kind of laid the foundation for everything. Just like we're on set here, same thing in theater. You know, the actors have their place, directors have their place, and it actually has prepared me for where I am right now, even with the show. You know, just being theatrical, sometimes not having a script, sometimes having to be, you know, improvisational. You
It's
know,
just in you when it comes to that.
you know, and let me tell you, it makes you fearless when you can improv, because you're what's the word I'm trying to say? You're
When it comes to the theater, I sure can tell you the word you're looking for.
no, I know what I'm saying. Your emotion doesn't
Okay.
cloud your logic.
Okay.
Especially if somebody throws something new at you, you don't really react to the situation. You just have to be flexible in your
Right.
spirit and go. Like, say for instance, we were hosting the St. Patrick's Day parade, and the floats were late coming down the street, and we're live on TV. So Jay Cruz and I had to sit there and kind of give St. Patrick's Day trivia and
it
things,
was live.
and we had to fill that space because it was live TV. And lucky for us, you know, we had already Googled a few things and we were familiar. We were looking down, but you can't show here when you're on
Right.
camera. You have to stay calm and say, "Hey, everybody, we'll be right back. You know, take a little break. Don't go too far." That type of thing. But those are the types of things where theater really plays a huge part.
Well, I say this again. When you have a playbook, a lot of times things don't happen. If you already have
Right.
a vision, it's just in you. It's no different if you go see your famous artist at concert and the sound cuts out. Well, he or she have to still perform through that mic, regardless if it's acapella or what. So
Right.
That's when the true meaning of artist comes out in the fashion of if a person really is.
Yeah, I experienced that a lot at Disney. You know, we used to do 6 shows a day. I used to sing at Epcot. I used to sing with the a cappella group. A lot of times, they'll give you a pitch in a song. You know, the guy playing an upright bass, like to say the note, that's the note right there you're supposed to sing. And then one of the people coming with those electric wheelchairs, and the beeping sound would have a different tone or pitch, like dee 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 dee.
Right.
You got to figure out, because that just threw me off. So being focused like that and just staying in the moment, things like that. You can't let what's happening out in the audience affect your performance.
And this next question I had, just your personality is already intact to say how you balance fun and work, but you don't balance because you have fun at your work, similar to what I'm seeing now, just
Yeah.
interviewing you. So I'm gonna ask you anyway, how do you balance the fun and work?
Wow. So I think because the content of the show, and because the show is called Fun on the Run, some of the gigs that we do are fun, and you know, we have a great time, you know, and I have a lot to say about what we want to do, because I'll go, you know, through Instagram, and I'm going through my Rolodex of friends, of people I've worked with over the years, you know, like, you know, at the DJ school, like to go spin on the 1s and 2s. That's a fun shoot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Each day is exciting, and I get to learn something new every day.
I watched one of your episodes. You was interviewing a young man that was a country and western singer.
Yes.
And what was his name?
Oh my goodness, you would ask me that, Ricky.
But what the strangest thing, I won't say strange, but music, when it comes to the culture of music in our culture, it's
Yes.
like transitioning. It's almost like, even with Beyonce having the top country and western
Yes.
album out, and then the gentleman that you interviewed, he was a black country and western singer. And with the social media world, what's happening now, what I'm going to ask you to the point is,
Okay.
what's the importance of TV, having a TV show?
Oh, wow.
With being social media is so much toned into the presence of people utilizing and looking at their cell phones more than they is TV.
Okay, great question. So One thing about our channel is that you can get us through an antenna. 33 is still an antenna, but also people, yes. So it's not necessarily a cable channel. You can watch it on cable, but you can also streamline and watch our channel on cw33.com. So which means it doesn't take a lot of money or finances to watch our channel. It's always accessible, and please, you can download the CW33 app.
Yep.
You can do that. And a lot of people watch TV now from their phones. They don't watch TV like usually people do. But
Right.
it's okay. It's okay,
I know that for a fact, because sometimes if I'm out of town at a hotel and they don't got what I want on the TV, or they don't have the apps there, I just pull out my laptop or my phone and I watch my favorite show right from there in the bed. So
Right,
I've done that
exactly.
several
Yeah.
times.
I watch Fun on the Run sometimes when I'm in traffic and I'm on the way home. I'm really hands-on with the show because, I like to see how the opening looks. I mean, I'm just not just talent on camera. I'm a producer as well.
I was just getting ready to say that's the producer background.
Yeah, and when you are a producer and you are contributing to that content, you're looking at the wardrobe, you're looking at the graphics, you're looking at the lower thirds, how I'm lit, what camera angles. I think because coming from film, that's the reason why I'm so invested in how things are shot. Like, I watch TV and watch movies like I'm watching Michael Jordan or LeBron play basketball,
Right.
because if it's a great jib shot or a great crane, whatever, shot, like if it's a movie or even a drone shot, I'm sitting there going, wow, look how they shot
Yeah.
that. I'm
So
looking
you
at
already
it.
know the
I
critique
am
now.
looking at everything. I was just looking at Spike Lee's promotional thing for the Yankees on Instagram. Have you seen
No, I
that?
haven't seen that
Oh
one.
my goodness, the colors are great. Just, there's a lot of thought that goes into that. And back in the day, it was just a steady camera. It didn't move. It was stationary. But now things are moving with a steady cam,
Right.
and everybody's moving with. And I used to irritate me and aggravate me at first, but after a while, I kind of, start coming up to speed. But my favorite thing is marrying music and television together, especially when the right music is under the right footage. If I'm doing a reel on Instagram, I'm there for hours, pulling up the right music and I'm dragging it. And to learn a new skill set, especially at my age, this late in the game, I love it. It's no place I'd rather be.
Now, you said something about music.
Yes.
Now, you're getting ready to start a new music show.
Yes, we get to do new music. Okay, so we don't even have a name for the show. We're still in pre-production. We're in the embryonic stages of putting the show together. So what we're doing is we're featuring a lot of local music talent right here in DFW. And it's going to be somewhat like a skeletal setup, just like this, like with rugs on the floor. We're talking to a local venue. I can't say who it is right now because we're still putting those things together. But we are we're recruiting people who are instrumentalists, vocalists. We found a girl who sings trap opera. Can you imagine? I know that's crazy. But just jazz, R&B, any musical genre, violinist, anybody. It's all their original music, and we're going to be putting that together.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
And it goes back to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
You have fun while you working anyway, so it ain't no balance in between that for you. I can just tell the joy of it.
Yeah, I do.
When I ask you the question and when you talk about it.
Let me tell you, when I was at Booker T, I used to ask one of my teachers. I always wanted to know how a recording studio was set up. I said, why are the drums over here? Why is the bass here? And by my mother being a musician for so many years, and I used to travel with her, I get it. I connect the dots. It's like my happy place. I love creating things like that, especially the final product. When I go into the editing bay with my editors and they show me, like one of my friends, we did the Trammell Crow Museum of Asian Art downtown, and Eric, the way he edited it just put it together. He had the bass line coming in like boom in the frame shot, and we was like sitting there going like this. And I got so excited because he knows me and he knows my brain and he knows how I like things to look. And I was just so excited. I said, thank you for doing such a great job, because that's going to be on my show. And I'm at home watching it and looking at it going, how did he put that together? So the creative process is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you said the creative process. So now I'm gonna put you on.
Oh Lord.
On the. You already on the set. So now I'm
Right.
gonna put you on. So now I need you to
Flip it. Okay.
turn it off.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
turn on Yolonda.
Okay.
Fun on the Run.
Okay, so Ricky, tell me, where did your love of cooking come from?
I actually had the background. I used to hang out in the kitchen with my mom and my mom's sisters during Thanksgiving and Christmas time, and I used to watch them cook. And even back in the days when they used to, my aunt Libby used to make cakes. I would sit there and wait for her to get done because I could take the bowl and lick the icing out of it. Not the icing, but the actual batter.
I'm not the batter.
And the batter was just as good before it baked. So I just started asking questions. I ain't good at baking and doing pastries, but when it comes to baking, cooking, frying, things like that, I'm real good at it. And that's when my other aunt, which my cousin Anthony, he works here at the restaurant too.
Right.
His mother is the one who taught me back in those days how to cook collard greens. Well, she probably had about 4 ingredients back then. Now I got 16 ingredients.
I was getting ready to say, because I've seen some stuff in these greens I have not tasted before. So some of these recipes are actually family recipes that are on the menu. Are they top secret recipes?
Not really, but I know Libby one day when my cousin brought her to town, he said, when she got through eating the chicken, she said, where's my percentage? And I said, your percentage? What are you talking about?
She want her cut.
I didn't know what she was talking about. And she said, that chicken, I know where that chicken came from. So I started laughing. I said, well, one day you get your percentage.
Wow.
I leave it in the trust or something, but no, it's in a lot of the things in catfish.
Yeah.
My grandmother learned how to cook catfish from her. And what she used to do with her catfish, I don't do it here because it has to have the right measurement. But when you got cooks trying to be consistent off of recipes you make, some things you don't put in a pipeline, you just keep it simple. My grandmother put a faint of sugar in her batter on her catfish, and boy, when I mean that, it was.
So she put sugar in the catfish.
Yeah.
So I've heard of people putting sugar like in red beans and rice or like in greens, because my dad used to balance the acidic balance with the vinegar and the sugar in the greens. I do know about that.
Yeah, but she did it in her catfish.
See, I had never heard of that.
Yes, in her catfish, she had the right balance because that's how chicken and waffles was born. The sweetness.
With the savory,
savory, salt and flavors, and she added a little sugar in her catfish.
I got you.
Took it over the top.
Okay,
but
speaking
I
of
couldn't do it
sugar,
here because you may put too much. Now it's too much. It's too sweet. This and that. So I just left that ingredient.
So y'all have like a shrimp and grits and something on the. So do you put salt on your grits or sugar on your grits?
Man, I'm a sugar and butter man all the way. I don't do no salt and pepper, nothing. But
what is it about people like salt and pepper on grits? That don't make sense to me.
But what I did with the recipe of the grits here, I made the grits to where if you want sugar and butter, you can put sugar and butter. I made it if you want salt and pepper, you can put salt and pepper. I made it where you can eat it without anything. So it's an ingredient to where it balances out all of those things.
So people doctor up when it gets to the table. I got you.
Right.
Okie dokie. Okay. So Fun on the Run comes on Monday through Friday, 4 to 4:30 Central Standard Time on CW33. If you don't have a television, you can always watch it a couple of hours after the show airs, and you can streamline it on CW33.com, or you can download the CW33 app on your phone as well.
If you like something that you seen today, fried salmon, collard greens, mac and cheese, which I always say we do more than breakfast, you can get right here at Breakfast Brothers. Join us each and every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Oklahoma City, CW43, Dallas, CW33, Houston, CW39. Stay tuned next week. I'm your host, Ricky Booker.